Planning a trip to Budapest, Hungary, and you only have one day to explore the city? Here's our guide and suggestions to get the most of your adventure. Welcome to Budapest, Hungary, a city of grand castles, riverside memorials, and one of the most dramatic skylines in Europe. Split by the mighty Danube River into the historic hills of Buda and the energetic streets of Pest, Budapest is a city shaped by empires, wars, revolutions, and rebirth. Whether you're planning a trip to Budapest or simply love European travel, history, architecture, and culture, this guide showcases why Budapest is one of the most incredible cities in the world. Let's spend the morning in Buda. One of the most beautiful viewpoints in all of Europe is Fisherman's Bastion. Built between 1895 and 1902, the structure was designed to celebrate 1,000 years of the Hungarian state. Its 7 towers represent the 7 major tribes that founded Hungary in the 9th century. Today, Fisherman's Bastion is important because it offers breathtaking panoramic views over the Danube and the Pest side of Budapest, especially at sunrise and sunset. Fisherman's Bastion gets its name from the fishermen who lived and worked in this part of the city during the Middle Ages. The nearby stretch of the old castle walls was traditionally protected by the Fishermen's Guild, which was responsible for defending that section of Buda's fortifications if the city came under attack. The structure was designed by architect Frigyes Szulek in a neo-Romanesque style, with decorative towers, stairways, arches, and terraces meant more for beauty and panoramic views than military defense. Fisherman's Bastion is one of the most photographed locations in Budapest because of its incredible overlook of the Danube River and the Hungarian Parliament building across the water. Right beside Fisherman's Bastion stands Matthias Church, one of Budapest's most iconic religious landmarks. Originally built in the 13th century, the church hosted the coronations of several Hungarian kings, including Emperor Franz Joseph in 1867. Today, Matthias Church remains an important symbol of Hungarian national identity and showcases some of the city's most stunning Gothic architecture. Towering above the city is Buda Castle, originally built in the 13th century after the Mongol invasion of Hungary. Over the centuries, the castle was expanded by kings, damaged by wars, rebuilt by the Habsburgs, and nearly destroyed during World War II. Today, Buda Castle houses museums and galleries and remains one of Hungary's greatest cultural landmarks. The views from the Buda Castle area are incredible. From here, you can see the Hungarian Parliament building, the Chain Bridge, the entire Pest skyline, and the Danube stretching throughout the heart of the city. At night, the city lights create one of the most spectacular urban views in Europe. Cross over the Danube River on the Széchenyi chain bridge to Pest. This is the oldest bridge in Budapest. Opened in 1849, the chain bridge was the first permanent bridge connecting Buda and Pest. Today, it symbolizes the unification and modernization of Hungary. The shoes on the Danube Bank Memorial honors thousands of Jewish victims killed by the Arrow Cross militia during World War II. Victims were ordered to remove their shoes before being executed along the riverbank. Today, the memorial stands as one of Budapest's most important reminders of the Holocaust and the dangers of hatred and extremism. The Hungarian Parliament building is one of the largest parliament buildings in the world. Completed in 1904, it was built during the golden age of the Austro-Hungarian Empire and contains nearly 700 rooms. Today, it remains the political center of Hungary and is one of the country's most recognized national symbols. Take a nighttime river cruise to see the building all lit up, along with other beautifully lit riverside buildings. Liberty Square, also known as Freedom Square, is one of the most politically symbolic places in Budapest because it reflects multiple eras of Hungarian history all in one location. One of the most recognizable statues here is the bronze statue of Ronald Reagan, installed in 2011. Hungary honored Reagan because many Hungarians credit his strong anti-Soviet policies and Cold War leadership with helping weaken communist control in Eastern Europe. There's also a statue of George H.W. Bush, who visited Hungary in 1989 during the collapse of communism in Eastern Europe. Bush supported Hungary's democratic transition and stronger ties with the West during a critical moment in modern Hungarian history. What makes Liberty Square especially interesting is that these American statues stand only a short distance from the Soviet Memorial, which honors Soviet soldiers who died fighting Nazi Germany during World War II. For some Hungarians, the Soviet army represented liberation from Nazi occupation. For others, it marked the beginning of decades of Soviet domination and communist rule. The Memorial for Victims of the German Occupation is located at the southern end of Liberty Square, located just behind an interactive fountain and water feature. The memorial was unveiled in 2014 to commemorate the victims of Nazi Germany's occupation of Hungary in 1944 during World War II. The monument shows the Archangel Gabriel, symbolizing Hungary, being attacked by a large imperial eagle representing Nazi Germany. However, the memorial is highly controversial. Many historians, Jewish organizations, Holocaust survivors, and critics argue that it portrays Hungary only as a victim of Nazi occupation, while downplaying the role that Hungarian authorities played in the deportation of more than 400,000 Hungarian Jews during the Holocaust. Because of this controversy, citizens and survivors created a grassroots living memorial directly in front of the monument. Visitors leave photographs, candles, shoes, handwritten notes, and personal objects to honor Holocaust victims and acknowledge the human stories behind the tragedy. Today, this area of Liberty Square has become one of Budapest's most emotionally powerful and politically debated memorial spaces, a place where questions of memory, responsibility, and history are still actively discussed. The House of Terror Museum. This building once served as headquarters for both Nazi and communist secret police forces. The museum documents the brutality of totalitarian regimes in Hungary during the 20th century. Today it serves as an educational memorial to the victims of dictatorship and political oppression. Budapest's Jewish quarter transformed dramatically after the fall of communism. Abandoned buildings became ruin bars, creative nightlife spaces filled with mismatched furniture, art installations, and music. Simplicert, opened in 2002, helped start the ruin bar movement. Today, the district represents Budapest's artistic creativity and vibrant nightlife culture. Let's cover some Budapest history. Before World War I, Budapest was one of the great capitals of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, a booming center of culture, trade, architecture, and politics. The city expanded rapidly during the late 1800s, becoming one of Europe's most elegant capitals. After World War I, the 1920 Treaty of Trianon dramatically reduced Hungary's territory and population, creating economic hardship and national trauma that still influences Hungarian identity today. Following World War II in 1945, Hungary fell under Soviet influence and became a communist state. Budapest witnessed both destruction and resistance, especially during the Hungarian Revolution of 1956, when citizens rose up against Soviet control. Then, in 1989, as the Soviet Union began to collapse, Hungary peacefully transitioned to democracy. Budapest quickly transformed into one of Central Europe's most exciting travel destinations, blending history, beauty, with modern energy. Today, Budapest welcomes millions of visitors every year, making it one of Europe's most popular travel destinations. The best times to visit are spring and fall, especially April through June and September through October, when the weather is comfortable and the city is less crowded. December is also magical thanks to Budapest's famous Christmas markets. Budapest is a city where every bridge, castle, and street corner tells a story. From imperial grandeur to wartime tragedy, from communist rule to modern freedom, the Hungarian capital continues to reinvent itself while honoring its past. And whether you're watching the sunset from Fisherman's Bastion, standing silently at the shoes on the Danube Memorial, or cruising the river beneath the glowing Parliament building, Budapest leaves an impression that stays with you long after you leave. Please like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.